Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh!
Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hey everybody, welcome, one and all, to a very special Drunken Peasants. It's a Drunken Peasants episode parents will want to watch with their kids and discuss it later. Isn't that true, Billy?
Yeah, there's a lot of silver spoons, different strokes. Basically, everything you watched in the 80s or 70s as a little kid, we're going to bring up tonight in a glorious fashion.
But not really.
specifically with Alex Jones and his family.
Yeah.
Fam.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about Alex Jones and the domestic violence incident that supposedly took place, allegedly. His current wife was arrested for domestic violence, I think, against Alex. We'll get into that in a minute. Also, tonight is actual Mania 27 CringeCade. And we'll talk about that a little more as this goes on. So this is a short promo show to get everyone in the mood to check out all the fun, cool stuff that we're doing with the CringeCades.
Yeah, we're going to get you in the mood.
Yeah. So sign up. $5 on Patreon will get you into tonight's show. Also, we've only got a few days left this month. This is your last chance to get yourself one of those amazing Manateesus shirts that we have. In order to get that, all you have to do is be a $50 patron at some point during this month, which only has 5 days left in it. So you might want
less than that, even, isn't it?
What is today? Oh yeah,
28th.
Yeah. I looked at the wrong day on the calendar. Yeah, you only got a few days, so you'll want to sign up if you want the shirt. I will mail you the shirt as long as you're signed up and you give me your address. You will get it.
Yes. We have been snowed in here in Seattle. Somebody in the chat's asked me what kind of malt liquor is that. I've had to turn my pee bottles back into tea bottles because I can't drive anywhere. So I've had to make my own tea. This is just raspberry rose hibiscus tea because it's all the tea I have. That's the way it is.
Yeah, so we are going to talk a little bit about Alex Jones and all of this stuff that happened. Here's the New York Post and their little
They're
blurb
always so sweet
about it.
Alex Jones' wife arrested for alleged domestic violence. This claims here that the conspiracy theorist Alex Jones' wife was arrested in Texas on Friday for alleged domestic violence, authorities said. Jones, the right-wing founder of InfoWars, blamed the incidents on medication imbalance. It's a private family matter that happened on Christmas Eve, Jones told the Associated Press.
Is she on the suicide pills or the mass murder pills?
I mean, we don't know yet. She might just be on the beat-up Alex Jones pills, which I think a lot of people want to take.
Yeah.
I love my wife and care about her, and it appears to be some kind of medication imbalance. Jones did not disclose exactly what transpired Friday evening, nor elaborate on if he had been injured. His wife, Erica Wolf Jones, 43, was arrested by sheriff's deputies who took her into custody and put her into an Austin jail at about 8:45 p.m. on Friday.
You know what I think? This is a false flag operation.
Yeah, the CIA did Agent Orange inside of my wife's throat, and then all of a sudden, she started smacking me in the face.
I think that's your best impersonation of somebody famous that I've heard you do.
Yeah, I don't really do impersonations that much. But that one just gruffles out.
That one is good. I like it.
Yeah, she's his second wife, I think. I don't know. His last wife, she has been blowing up on Twitter.
Oh, they had a nasty, and we'll get into her tweets. Yeah, they had a nasty divorce. She went and spilled the tea on him. It was in their divorce trial that he made the claim that he's just an actor and everything he does is entertainment. She disputes that. His ex-wife disputes that.
Yeah.
And I remember several years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, his ex-wife did a video with Vadim Newquist, which was interesting.
Yeah, that was it with Creationist Cat, or was it?
It was, yeah. She was being interviewed by Creationist Cat.
That's not even the weirdest interview she's probably been in, if she's ever been interviewed by Alex himself.
I know.
No way. There's no way that could compare.
Everyone, please like the stream, too, by the way. I like how when it's Alex Jones' wife freaking out, doing dumb stuff, it's just, is there medication? Just a problem with the medication, you know? But if this happened, if Hillary got arrested for beating up Bill Clinton, Alex Jones would be all over it, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's definitely that's part of Alex Jones's entertainment though. Like, I don't know if you know this, but under appeal of the court, he claimed everything he says is entertainment. So, like, obviously, he's only calling the kettle black as a pot for entertainment. He's not a.
He's doing a racism when he does.
He's doing a racism.
Yeah.
How could he? How could he?
Yeah.
He's not a hypocrite. I was trying to think what word it was, but every time I think of hippo anything, I think hippopotamus.
I think of
what's that word?
HIPAA, which is like it's like a Hippocratic oath, you know?
Oh, like a HIPAA violation?
Yeah. Yeah, like malpractice stuff. Yeah.
Hippocrates.
Yeah, so, and you know what? When I looked at them, I thought he was way older, but he really isn't. He's like only 5 years older than her. She's in her early 40s, and he's in his late 40s. She's 43.
You think she's been sneaking his super male vitality pills?
I want to know what's up with the lack of male vitality. Because Alex Jones should have been. I mean, even what's his name? Kent Hovind handled his wife. You know, he body slammed her when she got in his face.
I don't know. If I was Alex Jones and my wife was beating me, I would not even respond, because like anything I did would get under a microscope 1,000 times. And you know me, I love hitting women, especially when it's justified. What's that pirate wink she's got going there?
Yeah, she's wearing some kind of hat. I don't really know.
Is she like in a Pilgrim cover band? It's very weird.
See, here's the thing. She's attractive, but you know she's crazy because she's married to Alex Jones. So you know she's crazy.
Alex Jones' wife arrested on Texas Friday for alleged domestic violence. It came out that she may have. Alex Jones says she like hit him like 20 times.
Oh my God!
Tried to crush him with I think a stone medicine ball or something.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's one of the most recent links. Has it?
Okay, I'll grab that one.
I sent to you.
Yeah. It's this one from the Daily Beast, right?
Yeah, Alex Jones claimed he feared for his life as wife attacked him, and in quotes, "Cuckoo world,
cuckoo world,
cuckoo world." Police report from the Christmas Eve incident alleged Jones' wife struck him over 20 times, including with a soap bottle, and tried to hit him with a 5-pound stone ball.
See, now, normally you would say this is just some kink shit gone wrong. I've heard you.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I wouldn't normally say that. I said, like, there is a dynamic where some people are into the abuse and sometimes it goes a little too far, and people will use that kind of consensual abuse when things go awry in the relationship to put somebody in a position of guilt that I think is kind of cloudy. But this right here, we don't know anything about this, so maybe it was a kink thing, but this just sounds like she was crazy. Like, there's claims from his ex-wife that the woman has like maybe laid her hands on Alex's children.
And we were yeah. There's a video from one of the daughters who looks like she's probably 10 years old or something. They had her face blurred out, but she looks like she's small. She's not a full-grown adult. And we'll get into that. Everyone, give the stream a like if you could, please. There's Jared Genesis in the chat. They're just spamming. It's kind of cute. Good job,
Cute.
Jared. You can.
Alex, we should put it on slow mode for Jared. That way Jared can only respond every 25 seconds or something.
I'll just hide him. No, you know what? I'll put him in timeout because he's a bad boy. It's
that's what you get.
And it even says Jared Genesis will be coming for you, Drunken P, because it couldn't fit.
Drunken P.
Yeah, it's like coming for me. That sounds gross.
Hot.
Come for me, Jared. Oh yeah. Actually,
Solid.
I'm too old for Jared. Okay.
Are we sure that's even the real Jared?
No, it is not the real Jared.
Damn it! I was hoping he was watching. I'm a big fan of his.
It's not the real Jared.
JK. Rawlings. Alex Jones' wife, Erica Wolf Jones, allegedly struck the far-right conspiracy theorist over 20 times and threatened to hit him in the head with a stone ball, causing him to fear for his life, according to police documents reviewed by the Daily Beast.
Why didn't he
Wolf
stand his
Jones-
ground?
Stand your ground. Dude, if your wife was going crazy, I wouldn't want to kill my wife. I wouldn't want
If
to shoot her.
someone was trying to murder me, that's attempted murder, hitting someone in the head with like a big heavy
Yeah.
thing. If that's what was really going down, you actually would probably have a pretty good self-defense case.
One of my famous YouTuber friends was telling me about how his girlfriend went crazy and tried to attack him with a knife, and he called the police on her.
Yeah,
And she had to go to like 5150.
of
I won't
course.
say who. You guys can guess. I won't say who. It was Markiplier. No, I'm kidding. Wolf Jones was arrested on a domestic violence charge for that Friday night altercation at the couple's home outside of Austin, Texas. Following the Christmas Eve incident, Jones told the Associated Press, "It's a private family matter that happened on Christmas Eve. I love my wife and I care about her, and it appears to be some kind of medication imbalance." According to the Travis County arrest affidavit, during an initial 9/11 phone call with police, Jones told an emergency operator that his wife had struck him over the head multiple times and was holding a polished club in her hand and attempting to hit him with it.
Now, see, Alex Jones has been publicly against psychiatric medication. He was remember we were watching that thing when he was on Piers Morgan and they were having a debate about guns in America, and he was saying it's not the guns that are causing the mass shootings, it's the suicide pills and the mass murder pills.
God.
Yep.
To hell with that. And the pleb chat says apparently she attacked him because she found out that he was cheating on her. What if Alex Jones and Blair White have been having like
Oh my God, because they did just meet.
Yeah, they did have a little connection. What if it's been in like Flynn, you know? Was it Alex Jones who had the trans porn on his laptop, or was that another?
I don't
Republican
remember.
figure?
I'm not sure.
Somebody had that naughty stuff on their phone or their computer. But I don't know. That would be cute. I would ship it. I think Blair White, Alex Jones would be a great couple. But I know Blair White's boyfriend. He's a sweet guy, so I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to be unless they're in an open relationship. Then let's go.
By the way,
Let's have all
everyone,
three of them.
give the stream a like. And for those of you who are wondering why Billy is at home, it's because Seattle got more snow than it normally would get. And this city is in no way prepared for snow. So they don't plow the residential streets. They only plow the main roads. So if it snows, 6 or more inches, you're basically your road turns into an ice rink, and you can't.
Yeah.
You have to wait for it to either melt, or you have to somehow try to drive on it when it's all.
Yeah, I was told not to drive if I can stick my dick into the snow and it doesn't touch the ground below the snow. So that's how I know there's too much
so
snow.
never.
What? What?
Wouldn't putting it in snow like make you go soft anyway? Because it's
You would think.
Yeah.
I don't know though. I'm sick in the head. But it says here that according to Jones, Erica had accused him of cheating on her, leading to a violent altercation as the duo bathed their child. Oh God.
Oh my God, this is some serious this is stuff that a kid would carry around in their mind for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. Jones has 3 other children from a previous marriage. Erica allegedly struck Jones over 20 times, including once over the head with a bottle, possibly shampoo, causing the contents to get on his face and cause burning to his eyes, the report continued. Jones stated he tried to get away from her in her master bedroom, and she followed him with a stone ball trying to strike him. Yeah, I lost the Alex Jones.
You're doing good.
Impression. It was at this point police wrote that Jones was in fear for his life. Police located a stone weighing approximately 5 pounds in the primary bedroom, consistent with the alleged weapon.
Yeah.
Jones told police that she never hit him with the stone, but threw it at his head, missing by inches. It's hard because it's not him saying it. They're quoting him saying it, but the police are saying threw it at his head, missing by inches. Little off on the reading there, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I blame the snow. The snowronavirus.
The snowronavirus.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Erica disputed Alex's claims, telling police that no threats were made and that no assault occurred at the scene. I spoke with Erica, a responding officer, observing that she had a strong odor of alcohol on her breath. She stated Alexander was angry from trying to visit family prior.
Ooh, she's going full name on him.
Alexander.
Yeah.
She was eventually arrested and charged with 2 misdemeanors, one for the alleged assault of her husband, the other for allegedly resisting arrest. A second police affidavit reviewed by the Daily Beast claimed that Erica was adamant about not going to jail and at one point broke free of handcuffs and began swinging her fists and kicking police officers. They called for backup while striking at least one.
See, and she's a
God.
blonde white woman. She can do this. Anyone else would get their ass kicked. Swinging around at police. Like, once you hit a police officer, they're allowed to hit you, and a lot of them are going to take that, they're going to take that option if you make it available to them. I've seen it so many times.
Dreaming of a white privileged Christmas.
Right.
I've known a few girls who have hit the police, and one I know got away with it. Another I know was a half brown.
See,
not quite white, and they didn't let her get away with it. But she spent like a good year and a half in the system. Getting her record straight.
Yeah, and that's what should happen. But what shouldn't happen is a cop beating the shit out of somebody like relentlessly. It's okay for them to defend themselves, but I've literally seen, like a cop arresting a woman, like a black woman, and she like was flailing her arms around and she hit him, and then he just unloaded on her. I've seen videos like that. Yeah.
I've known some bad cops that loved hitting anything.
Right. If you give them an excuse, it happens. Here's the Twitter of Alex Jones' ex-wife, his former wife. They've been separated for I think like 4 years or so.
Yeah, this is the one that was on Vadim's channel doing the crazy interview talking about Alex. This is the one that has been in court proceedings with him, and where Alex told the world that his on-screen character was just a character and for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, and
this is a whole chain of numbered tweets, just going on and on and on about how her kids that are with Alex are in danger, especially because of his current wife. It goes on and on and on. And there's and I guess she used to be a hooker. Did you know this?
His ex-wife?
Yes. Oh no, Alex's
Erica Wolf Jones,
his current wife. Yes.
Lied about her prostitution history on the stand, denying ownership of her Sugar Nights account.
Yeah.
Forensic data investigators have been able to tie to it via her phone number. Alex's nanny testified about my kid's exposure to adult materials in Alex's home, as can I. That's weird.
It's weird. I think prostitution should be legal, so I don't want to shame someone for being a hooker unless they're going around talking smack about other people doing it, and acting like they have moral superiority when they're doing the same thing.
I said, don't turn a whore into a housewife, and I guess that's why I had a horrible housewife. She just beat the shit out of me. On Christmas, nonetheless. Christmas Eve, she accused me of cheating. I was like, you can't cheat on a prostitute, honey.
Yeah.
I'm pro sex work though, so good
Sure.
for her. Let me know if she's still taking any buyers.
I'm
kidding. I don't want to pay for it.
Let's check out this video. This is from Alex Jones' ex-wife. This is allegedly Alex's daughter that he had with his ex-wife. Oh no, wrong one.
This is a different one.
Where is it? Hold on. Oh, here it is.
Hi, Judge. I'm going to be making this video because I feel that the things that I am expressing are not being taken very seriously.
The judge refused to talk to her.
So she was 12
when she said she made this video.
Mm-hmm.
This is real Kelly Jones's child.
Yeah. So this is Kelly
Alex Jones's.
Yeah. Alex Jones' daughter with his ex-wife. Yeah.
It's a very bad situation at my dad's house. I've lied to the past judges because my dad has pressured me to. And I'm scared I was going to get punished if I untold them the truth. My stepmom likes to take her pills that she has for her back and her hips.
Whoa, man. I wonder what they are. They might be some like oxycodone type pills.
Yeah.
It's like pain medication, I think.
Probably.
And she'll take it with alcohol.
She threw out her back and her hips with all that dick sucking back in the day.
Which she's not supposed to do.
Sometimes you eat them pills.
Right.
That makes her get very drunk and not remember anything. Which she's done a lot. It's about every week, sometimes less. She becomes very mean and very crazy.
Oh my God. What a nightmare.
She becomes very crazy. She has slapped me in the face, and she has told me that demons are coming for me.
Fuck, dude.
Demons.
And they make fun of me. They laugh at me all day. They call me names. They call me stupid.
Well, maybe
Alex
you should.
Jones has been. This is how Alex Jones treats his own kids. Christmas Eve 2021. My child recorded this for her own protection.
Oh
Texas
my God.
is a one-party consent state. So this is the same day.
Yes.
His wife fought it. Texas is a one-party consent state for recording audio. Please request permission to use this audio of my minor child.
What? Well, why did she post this?
I know it's kind of public. Maybe it's for like news outlets. I don't know.
Mask on? You keep wearing it? I'm gonna go then, okay? I'm leaving.
Okay.
Seriously, because I can't be part of this. You look like you got anorexia.
I love you, Alex.
I mean, if you don't take the mask off, I'm leaving, okay?
You can leave.
That's Alex's mom saying I love you.
We kind of effed out for a second there. We had a little hiccup in our connection. So I am going to start this over really quick. This part. All right.
You keep wearing it? I'm gonna go then, okay? I'm leaving.
Okay.
Seriously, because I can't be part of this. You look like you got
I
anorexia.
love you, Alex.
I mean, if you don't take the mask off, I'm leaving, okay?
You can leave if you want.
I'm leaving. Go.
You didn't take your shot.
Listen,
You
we're
have to
done.
Protect yourself.
We're done. This is all. This is over. Okay. Come show your face to your sister. Sick people.
My daughter didn't want to see her father. He had refused to let her see her little sister, not my child. That's the one they were bathing.
Yeah.
Except for once for a year and a half. She only agreed to see him for 5 minutes because other adults would be there. My daughter didn't want to see her father. So this was a visitation for the holidays. This was prior to the bathtub fight where Alex was accused of cheating by his current wife.
Yeah.
And she claimed that he was in a mood from visiting family. This must have been the family he was visiting.
Family.
Where he where he stormed off angrily saying, I don't want to be here. You look anorexic. Like, I'm getting out of here.
And then,
this is crazy.
He also was mad about them wearing masks. Did you hear that? He's like, take the mask off or I'm leaving.
Oh my God.
It's a very bad situation at my dad's house. And then he will gaslight me all the time. he tells me that I'm crazy, and whenever he's mad at me and yells at me and screams at me and says I'm a horrible person and says I'm crazy and I need to go to a mental institution.
There's a pot calling the kettle black right there.
You're crazy. You're 12-year-old kid and you're crazy. I'm an adult and I'm calling a little kid crazy.
Forever.
So that is something. Here's a little more. Here's a little more on that. Actually, we pretty much covered everything in this video, right?
I didn't actually watch the video. It's just like 10 facts from the case, so it probably was stuff we went over.
Yeah, before the thing broke with his wife, Alex Jones was all mad about Trump, his Candace Owens interview, which we're going to cover on DP tomorrow.
I didn't see that. Interesting. Nice.
Trump did an interview with Candace Owens, and she was really trying to lead him down to like with the whole anti-vax way of talking. But Trump wants to take credit for the vaccine because that's one of the few things that people can say he accomplished during his presidency. So Trump was pro-vax, and everyone was freaking out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Former President Trump is under fire from the far right for finally telling the truth. That's following comments he made recently defending the effectiveness of vaccines. Here's right-wing commentator and normally dependable Trump ally Candace Owens after Trump insisted to her that vaccines work.
You oftentimes forget like how
she's really trying to explain away what happened too. This is after the interview. She's going to be like, oh, Trump's just old. That's why he thinks vaccines work. Seriously, that's what she's about to say.
How old Trump is. He comes from a generation. I've seen other people that are older have the exact same perspective. Like they came from a time before TV, before internet, before being able to conduct their independent research, you know, and everything that they read in a newspaper.
Maybe when Trump was first born, there was no TV. There probably was TV, but just not in every home. But even so, Trump had TV for the majority of his life.
Yeah.
So
he was like growing up in the 80s, or not growing up. He was like in the 80s as like one of the biggest icons like of American royalty. Like he was all over TV himself. Like those were not
right
like blank years. And he watches TV like crazy.
And he made like he's tech savvy enough to use Twitter. Like he was all over Twitter before he got kicked off, and he brought a lot of people over to Twitter to either worship him or hate on him. So this explanation that she's giving doesn't make any sense at all.
He put like a whole new life into Twitter with his tweets.
That's why Twitter was so hesitant to ban him. They finally did after January 6th. But before that,
or if that was pitched to them, like they believed that was a reality. I believe also that he only reads the mainstream media news. Believe it or not, I do not believe that Trump reads or partakes in any.
I mean, he was on InfoWars back in the day when he was running for president. So he doesn't just do the mainstream stuff. Candace Owens, she lives life on easy mode. She's an attractive young woman. She's just not. She doesn't have to be smart. She's not smart. She gets platformed,
or she is smart and she's grifting.
Well, I mean,
she could just be smart enough to shill disinformation for money, knowing there's an audience that is looking for that. Like there's a ton of people who are disingenuine as a career as entertainers, especially YouTubers and influencers. Like the lie is real out there. She's just seeing a crowd that is eating up this vax bullshit, and she's feeding into it, right?
Yeah. Do you think Kanye hit it?
Probably. Yeah. Who really knows?
When those two were hanging out, I'm like, oh yeah, Kanye's getting some.
Other news sources.
I just assume anybody famous and hot bangs each other because I'm famous and hot, and I bang everybody.
I don't believe that Trump is on the internet.
Clean up on aisle Trump. Joining me now.
I don't believe Trump is on the internet. The man who's been banned from one of the biggest platforms.
I mean,
most notably,
that's how he got elected too. There was a populist movement that was driven by the internet. So yeah, Trump is on the internet. He's an older guy, but he's on the internet. And for what he doesn't personally do on the internet, he has handlers that monitor the internet for him.
Let's say Trump has never been on, that's not an internet guy, but he still has made nods to QAnon.
Right.
When QAnon was blowing him, like, he was totally like, that's as deep as you get on the web.
Right.
And this guy was aware of that. So it's a shit take to say Trump doesn't understand the internet.
Journalist and USA Today columnist Kristen Powers, as well as CNN political comment.
I want to get to the Alex Jones part, because there is a part where Alex Jones is like, yeah, this is...
over what he said.
This is an emergency Christmas Day warning to President Trump. You are either completely ignorant about the so-called vaccine gene therapy that you helped ram through with Operation Warp Speed, or you're one of the most evil men who has ever lived to push this toxic poison on the public and to attack your...
You're saying that now, but that, I mean... all of 2020, Trump was talking about this. Operation Warp Speed. The vaccine's going to be ready way quicker than usual. It'll be out. You weren't saying anything then. You're saying it now because...
for real.
He sat and watched where the base was going and followed. That's what he's doing right now.
Constituents when they simply try to save their lives and the lives of others.
Now, we should repeat, Trump was just quite literally telling the truth about vaccines when he was pushing back on Candace Owens. Are you surprised, though, to see what she's saying in the aftermath of this and what Alex Jones is saying about this?
Not really, because you really can't put the genie back in the bottle. So what Trump unleashed can't just suddenly be undone. And you have people who have been out there parroting this line, telling all of their followers that this is the case, and they're not going to just turn around on a dime and say, oops, we were wrong because Donald Trump says this, because how stupid would they look, right? That doesn't...
There was a moment where whatever Trump did, they would follow, but now they're slowly drifting. They took the base that he built, or that they built around him, and now it's diverging. There might even be a moment where Trump isn't wacko enough for them. There might be a point where Trump is too sensible for them.
And hopefully, you know, that kills itself off. Like, as crazy as Trump was, he had a level of legitimacy that was there even before he was president. Like, he was legitimate American royalty. Whether he was like one you liked or not, that's up for debate.
He's American. He grifted American royalty. He created a brand that simulates quality and wealth.
Oh yeah.
But it's trash, like Trump Steaks, Trump University. Yeah.
I would suggest that's inherently American, though. Like that's been the capitalist shill. The American dream has been a sales point. You know,
his father
sounds some shit.
Ever since his grandfather moved to the United States, the Trumps have been business people, real estate people, and
slumlords,
pimps too. Like Trump.
Yeah.
Trump's grandfather's first business was a brothel. And at the time, the border between Washington State and Canada was different than where it is now. So it was technically, I think, in Canada at the time. Or it would be in Canada if it was there now or whatever. It's really interesting stuff.
Yeah, Trump's grandfather took over the prostitution territory from Sweet Dick Calhoun.
And I guess, you know, when you listen to Candace Owens, she lives in a world where you're supposed to get medical information on obscure websites on the internet. Like that's a very different worldview that, you know, even Donald Trump doesn't ascribe to. And so, you know, he's basically just saying what is true, what the doctors are saying, and she's saying, well, he doesn't really know that because he's old and he doesn't spend his time basically going down rabbit holes on the internet to get medical information. It's just such an alternate universe.
Yeah, it's strange. If it continues to go in this direction, I don't think we will see Trump run again. We'll see.
Yeah, it's weird. They really need to have somebody to run in 2024. I don't know anybody built up to that level that can really stand in and make a decent run, which maybe that will just be the Democrats' benefit.
There might be someone
as horrible as they are.
There might be someone who rises to prominence in the midterms. Maybe someone gets elected to Senate or the House, and they get noticed and they end up taking the nomination. We'll see. There's still time, but it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Everyone watching right now, please give the stream a like. Down in the description, there's a link to sign up for Patreon. We're doing a Patreon private show in about, 15, 25 minutes. We're doing the show in hopes that we can get some of you to sign up for it. We're going to hang out tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun. These actual Mania streams, we've been doing them for over 2 years now. People love them. There's a great sense of competition amongst the people involved. And I do want to go over tonight's event. It's called CringeCade. And the main event is going to be the Cringerweight title up for grabs. Here's a little intro or a little promo that we have. So
yeah, it's going to be big. The battle for internet crazy supremacy. We got the battle royale. It's going to be Mall Santas versus Crazy Karen Shoppers. We're going to have the 6-pack challenge of Santa Clauses. That includes a myriad of different Santa Clauses. Foodie Beauty.
This is the
versus
Shanny
super
for Pride.
Heavyweight.
Yep, the first ever super heavyweight match in actual Mania history.
It's going to be big.
It's going to be big. That's
a total mess. We got Shabisky and Pimp Monk tagging up against our reigning tag team champions, Hannibal and Monty. That's going to be a tough battle, toe-to-toe, for the tag team title. But that's not it. Egghead is going to be going for another shot at the Cringerweight Championship, this time against reigning champion Digby the Goat.
Digby the Goat.
For the Cringerweight title. It's going to be big stuff. Big stuff. But that's not it. The World Championship is on the line. Trumpster Bob will be challenging the Real American versus King Cobra, the sexy goth bad boy from Casper, Wyoming. That's right. The World Heavyweight title is on the line. All available tonight. $5 patrons and above. Get your $10 Patreon for all the other over-the-top content. It's a great deal. It's a big deal. Come join us tonight. It's worth every penny. And if you don't believe that, then go to hell.
We're trying to get the Patreon monthly amount back to $4,000. It's at $3,779. We're hoping a couple of you will join in. Some of you maybe get the mother load, so you get the T-shirt. And if we reach the goal, I'll be the happiest boy on earth. I don't have anything to offer. I don't know. I'll have to think of something. I really want to dangle a carrot to get us back to 4,000 because we're so close. Slowly climbing. Anyone who wants to sign up between now and the end of this promo stream, we'll give you a little shout out. Looks like Ariel, which patron level do I subscribe to be able to see Sweet Boy Billy watch classic DP clips? We're planning on bringing that back. There's been some things that happened in Billy's life this month that he doesn't have as much time, but we're thinking it's the $10 level, and we're thinking about bringing that back next month. So
there's a bunch of there's some old ones you could watch from previous months that are available at the $10 level. So
yes,
that's where you'll want to go to see them if you haven't already seen them. Looks like we got some good Patreon pledges earlier today.
Yes.
I don't know if we've had any during this time period, but if you guys want to get them in, everybody who is watching who's already a patron, thank you very much. It's the beginning of a new week, so here is Ariel. Thank you for kicking that off, giving us first blood. I know we usually do the Tuesday shows, but it's been a holiday weekend.
It was insane.
It's all jumbled.
It's insane to take 4 days off in a row because every morning I wake up like, oh shit, I got to stream today. And then I'm like,
wait, I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting to get some stuff done this week, holidays, and then literally driving home from Christmas night. I was preparing for this storm, didn't stock up on any of my regular essentials. So I've been like drinking bath water and living the life. The worst thing is I bought a ton of bottles of whiskey thinking I'd give them out as like little gifts, and I haven't. So I have all this whiskey that I'm not even drinking.
Just make that into your bath water.
I might have to. I'm gonna have to wash my balls in Jim Beam. I don't know. Even though the water's running, the power's available. I need my tea. I'm having Chipotle withdrawals.
Oh God, you're jonesing for that Potle.
I'm jonesing on the Potle.
Jonesing on the Potle. Alex Jonesing.
But yeah, if you guys are not Patreons, we will be back again tomorrow, right?
Yeah, we will.
Tomorrow. And then Friday and Saturday.
Yes.
We'll be doing Drunken Peasants.
Yep.
And you guys can see us then, but like Barry Earp just did.
Yes.
$5 Patreon. You can pay $5 tonight and stay with us for the rest of the night on the Patreon private show. That's the plan to pull you guys over. And again, we have the Motherload available for $50 plus patrons, where you get the exclusive DP shirt. This month, it's a striking rendition of the Manatees.
Family.
And you get all types of other bonus content, including get to be on the booking committee and talk with us once a month and give us your ideas for private shows, for the main show, for everything. You know, we sit and talk, and it's like a Drunken Peasants war room.
Yeah,
that's the future.
Yeah, we get suggestions on all of the Patreon content that we make. So the private shows, the movie review, which classic DP episode Billy's gonna watch, all that stuff, and we're doing post shows. So we're doing at least one post show a week now. So you don't want to miss out on that. Some of them end up running long, and we have some crazy conversations, or we watch some content that we're a little afraid to watch on YouTube. It's a good time. Okay, so we only got about 10 more minutes before we go do the private show. We're at $3,792. We're $200 away. If we can make it up to 4,000, which means a couple people will probably either have to sign up for the Motherload, or we'll have to get a bunch of new pledges, I will just do the show in my underwear in the next 10 minutes.
You're gonna have a balls cam?
No. Some people will be like removing their pledge. Like, no.
I know, right?
Nah.
I know. I tried to make these other two cameras below us. I was trying to talk Ben into whoa, we just got a big patron pledge. Is that correct?
That might be like an annual thing. Let's see.
That could be yearly at the $50 Motherload level.
Yeah, I think
that could. So that wouldn't get us over the 4,000, but holy crap, that's a yearly commitment if that's true. Woo! I got crazy tingling feeling in my spidey web.
I don't know what just happened.
I don't know either. I'm very confused, and I blame it on the alcohol.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'll look into it. I'll see.
Either way, Luca, thank you for the support. Whatever that was, we can't even figure it out. It was so bafflingly.
I'm not sure what happened.
Amazing. Hey, I might have Spec become my delivery person, because Spec's saying the snow is nothing to drive it, and I'm literally I went outside and I'm like looking at my car and the snow around it, and I'm like, this is just there's no way. Last year I tried to come out in the snow. I got 5 feet out of my driveway and stuck in the road. And I had Joe come out and Seth, my roommate. We were trying to move the car. The neighbors started coming with shovels helping me. They're like, "What are you thinking? You have a Prius." I was like, honestly, I wasn't thinking at all. I was jonesing for Chipotle.
It's that foe by foe.
I'd use the patrons only chat. You got to connect your Patreon to Discord, right?
Yeah, you got to make sure that your Patreon and Discord accounts are synced with each other. And then it's the live room in the Discord. And if you're already in the Discord, you can ask people in the general room for help if you need any help. I've seen them send a link out that kind of helps people find their way if they're having trouble linking their accounts.
Yeah, once you link it, though, you should be able to... Anybody who's $1 patron or above should be able to chat in there. So get in on the fan chat. Big money, no whammies. It's times like these you're glad you drive a Tacoma. Sometimes you need a damn Toyota Tacoma. I like my Prius. It's great to be able to drive around for cheap and parallel park just about anywhere. There's so many spots in the city that more normal cars can't park in. I can just slide my tiny little bitch Prius into. Love it. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Basically. Yeah, there's only a slight little loss of not being in the studio with Ben. One thing, when I'm in the studio with Ben, we're able to like smack each other for donos or shock each other and stuff.
Exactly.
And then the other thing is like Ben, if I fart, Ben probably won't even notice it.
I notice it every time.
When I fart from home?
Oh yeah, actually. There's a mushroom cloud.
Stinky. Agent Buttfuck coming in with the $5 Patreon.
What a great name.
Yeah. I used to have these two friends in high school that I called the Ass Fuck Twins. And they weren't even twins. But
can't I just call them the Naughty Twins?
Agent Buttfuck reminded me of the Ass Fuck Twins. Thank you, Agent Buttfuck. Very sweet of you to give me that friendly reminder. Oh, yeah.
All right, so we got about 6 minutes, and we're going to go do... Oh, you know what? Another thing. Tonight, I'm going to do the premiere on the private show, the premiere of Fly to the Barbaras.
Oh, my God.
I did an edit of the Live Life Fly to the Barber, where he tries to say fly to the barbers, but he says Barbaras. And I did an edit of it and added some funny stuff to it and put in some of the footage of his bloody knuckles for that night where he punched his microphone thinking he was owning me. So we're going to do that. That'll be before the actual Mania event begins. So that should be fun.
It's like the intro of WrestleMania always being somebody singing the national anthem. This will be our musical performance.
Yeah. Fly to the Barbaras.
Last Man says, Billy, do you collect pop vinyl figures? I don't, but I do have 2 of them. They were gifts. One is a pop vinyl figure of Jake the Snake, and one is a pop vinyl figure of an Eevee. And Derek Kennedy coming in with a $5 pledge, getting us closer and closer to that goal.
Yeah, and the headquarters of Pop is in Everett. Did you know that?
Yeah, I filmed some of my Feels Batman music video inside there.
Oh, is that where the Batmobile is?
Yeah.
Okay. I was wondering where that was.
We snuck in there guerrilla style and just walked around and filmed some rap scenes. It was great. We'd find an empty space for us to jump on somewhere and start filming. Then a family would walk up as I was fat rapping. And they'd be sitting there staring like, what's going on? I'm like, shut up. We're filming a video guerrilla style. Go gorilla. Is my car paid off? Yeah. Do you want to trade my car for a Matchbox? For a Batmobile Matchbox vehicle?
Interesting. Okay.
Billy collects Parmesan cheese from Joe's Hamper. That sounds racist. I watched Godfather 1 and 2 yesterday because we were snowed in. So we had a big family day with Joe and his family. Family. And all the roommates. We sat around and we watched Godfather 1 and 2. And tonight they were watching the recut of Godfather 3. I'm going to have to watch that one on my own. I haven't seen the recut. I guess they recut it in last year.
I always hear Godfather as one of those examples where the sequel is possibly, if not definitely, better than the original, and the original is really good.
IMDb ranks Godfather Part 1 at number 2 films of all time, and I think Godfather Part 2 is ranked as number 6. But a lot of people do like the second one better than the first.
It's kind of like A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, you know?
Yeah. I think that the first one is better. I think Marlon Brando is such a iconic character. I know Francis Ford Coppola claimed that Marlon Brando was terrible to work with, but that's what most directors think in Martin's later age. And I think that that's what you get for having a brilliant mind like Marlon Brando.
You know, I just saw earlier that John Madden died, and that made me sad. And I'm wondering if they're
5 years old.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're gonna stop naming the video games after him, or if they're just gonna keep it that way forever. They can go one of two ways with it. They can either stop using the name since he's not around anymore, or it could be like, you know, an homage to him going forward. Like, we're just gonna name the NFL football game video game after him in perpetuity.
They could, yeah. Like, the game is branded as Madden, right? Like,
yeah.
They have other NFL games, don't they? It's not just Madden, or is it just Madden?
That's the only NFL game where they use like the team logos and the player names and all that.
Okay.
There are other football games, but they're not NFL branded. You have to license.
They'll probably
that.
keep the name.
You
Maybe
know,
they'll call it John Madden Forever next game, and then just keep doing it.
John Madden was deathly afraid of flying. And he was the coach for the Raiders, and he won a Super Bowl as the coach of the Raiders, but he was so afraid to fly that he retired from coaching. And throughout his career as a commentator, he would only take a bus around. He had a bus that he would drive from like game to game that he would cover. And he would never get into a plane. He was deathly afraid of flying, and you have to fly. If you're a coach or a player in the NFL, you have to fly. There's no reasonable way you can get around when you're in a new city every week, you know. So, yeah. People are saying the name stays. It probably will. You know,
yeah, I'm sure the name will stay. Like someone brought up Tom Clancy still used for video games.
Yeah, but aren't those games based on his books that he had written? Like football, the game will go on forever. Tom Clancy wrote the fiction that is responsible for those games existing. But John Madden didn't invent football, and football is not going to end now that John Madden's gone. They just he was a big name for the sport in his time, so they branded him with the game. But I could see 30 years from now, they'll be like, hey, you want to play Madden? And it's like, Madden is just synonymous with video game football.
That's probably how it will be.
Yeah.
I bet that there's something in his contract too that has like his estate.
Oh yeah,
getting paid even after his death, so it's probably already planned out.
Oh God, he's got all kinds of royalties. Anytime they use footage where he was the commentator, like anything. Yeah.
Abe Vigoda. Everybody's talking about Godfather now. My favorite was obviously Clemenza. Fat Clemenza. I hated it so bad they thought he was the rat. He wasn't the rat, guys. Sorry, spoiler alert. He's a sweet boy. Fat Clemenza. Maybe that's why I like the first one better too. Fat Clemenza.
So we are about to go do this. I would hope if any of you guys want to make my Christmas wish come true, you will sign up for Patreon and hang out with us tonight and watch CringeCade. It's going to be crazy, and there's some bad blood. Oh, and by the way, we're now at 3,824 per month. If I see it hit 4,000, I'm stripping into my underwear. I will do this show in my underwear. I'll do it.
Damn.
I'll do it. You know what? Before we go, though, just a recap here. One of the matches tonight, Hannibal and Monty, the reigning defending tag team champs, versus Pimp Monk and Shabisky. And I let Monty know about that during the last time we had him here on the show, and this was his response. And also, Actual Mania is coming up after the Christmas break that we're going on. Actual Mania is going to happen on Tuesday the 28th, so a week from today. And one of the matches that we're going to see is Hannibal and Monty versus Pimp Monk and Shabisky.
Oh, we're going to win that hands down.
For the title. Man. For the title. Do you have anything you want to say to Pimp Monk and Shabisky?
Yeah, tell Pimp Monk and Shabisky how it's going to go down.
Pimp Shabisky, all I got to say is y'all don't got shit on me. So what, you got a third nut, Pimp? I'll smash that motherfucker. Shabisky? No. As I always tell you, no, sit down. Till you sit at that desk, you got nothing on me. Sit the fuck down. That's all. Plain and simple. Easy. We got this. I'm just lounging in my chair and I got y'all beat. So
I agree. He needs to do he needs to sit at the desk.
Sit at
This is me against Hannibal Monty. This is basically a handicap match.
Oh damn.
Are you saying I'm not cringe?
He's saying you're the weakest link. You're like he's saying that you're more of a weakness than a strength. Are you going to let him do that?
No. Okay.
Get your pom-poms and cheer me on. That's what you need to do, buddy.
Well, I could do that.
There's dissension in the ranks of Pimp Monk and Shabisky, but sometimes that brings out a more strong team.
Sometimes that's exactly what you need, is that volatile situation between the teammates raises their elevation, and they become two massive forces that could take down the one that is the tag team of Hannibal and Monty, because they are about as one as you can get in a tag team situation.
Yeah, I think they're on like a 4 or 5 month winning streak. And by the way, for those of you who have never watched an actual Mania, the way it works is for each match, we create a poll, and the polls sometimes have different rules, but usually it's 1 vote per person. We play selected videos of each person in the match, and then you vote. And at the end of the show, we tally up the votes and see who the winners are. And sometimes there's weird stipulations. Sometimes you get multiple votes per match where you can vote for multiple people that you like. And it's an all-around great time. There's probably some drunkenness. There might be me in my underwear. I don't know. And there was a surprise last month. I came in and saved Egghead's ass, and that's why he even has a title shot tonight.
You're literally the only reason Egghead's getting a title shot on this pay-per-view. And last year during the Survivor situation, I was the only reason Egghead got his title shot.
Wow.
We have done so much for Egghead. Egghead, you better show up and give Ben and I a big thank you and a Happy New Year. Sticky says, I find it weird Pimp doesn't think he's cringe. The best cringe isn't aware of it, okay? And Pimp
like
Monk
King
is,
Cobra.
Yeah, Pimp Monk is just like, he's a little baby ball of cringe. We rub his belly and give him kisses. We love him. You ever watch Pimp Monk's TikToks?
No.
Yeah, I get them sometimes.
I don't watch
It's
TikTok.
like-
I don't go to TikTok.
It's like 5 seconds of a hot chick, and then Pimp Monk just like,
Yep.
no, I don't want to do no sex with you. Okay, I'll do a little sex, baby. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I have the app. I never use it. People will link me to TikTok sometimes that are good for the show, so I'll go and download them. But other than that, I can't. It is evil. It's an evil app. It knows what you watch the most and just feeds you more of that. And like when you try to close the app, it makes you double tap to close the app. It's like, no, wait, don't you want to see this bouncing booby video before you
Yeah, you tap once and it gives you like the best algorithm to keep you around.
Right.
So you gotta double tap.
It's
'Cause
like,
you
wait,
click it once.
bouncing boobs.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's like a pit bull with a gigantic dick pissing on some giant titties. Like, that's exactly what I wanted to see right now.
What?
Exactly what I wanted to see. Ladies and gentlemen, just like Alex Jones, everything I say on this show is entertainment only. None of this is real life.
It's not real.
None of this is real life. God damn it! I got a calculator. Calculator said 500. It said 5,318,008 on the calculator. It was read out as boobies when I turn it upside down. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet.
When I turn it upside, I remember that in like the 3rd grade. Oh man,
boobies. It says boobies, guys. I love it. I love when the calculator says boobies.
I like it when it says anti-disestablishmentarianism. You ever got a calculator to say that?
No.
You're just not.
I've got a girl to say that when I made it my safe word.
That's a hard safe
Took her a
word.
while
It's hard to say with a
spit
ball
it
gag
out.
in your mouth.
She was like, anti. I'm like, wow. Sorry, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm a sweet boy.
So we are going to go do this. We will see the rest of you tomorrow, but hopefully you'll sign up and come hang out with us. It would
Yes,
be amazing.
$5 if you got Christmas money. Throw it our way. Come watch with us tonight.
Stimulate our economy.
We hate to see you all alone tonight. Follow us over. Private post show. Let's go. A private actual show. Actual Mania CringeCade.
As soon as we go live, the world premiere of Fly to the Barbaras.
I believe I can fly.
You're going to love it.
Barbaras.
You're going to love it. All right. See all you guys then.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready, cause they're gonna kick your... Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.